Homeland Security is placing new limitations on lawmakers seeking to visit immigration enforcement field offices. DHS releasing the guidelines following multiple confrontational visits, including outside Delaney Hall in New Jersey. The National News Desk, Jeff Harris joining us. Members of Congress legally, Jeff, can make unannounced visits to ICE facilities. Are these new rules lawful as DHS tries to rein in some of that power?
Under federal law, DHS can't stop members of Congress from entering a facility that's used to detain or house aliens. But these new guidelines say that law doesn't apply to ICE field offices, although they are often used for detainment before being transferred. In order to visit an ICE field office, members of Congress now have new rules. Aaron Corcoran, an immigration law expert, telling us DHS is now asking lawmakers to give 72 hours notice.
They're asking for advance notice to visit any ICE facility, including detention facilities.
The announcement comes following several incidents where Democratic lawmakers have been refused access or even arrested. Immigration attorney Lincoln-Goldfinch says DHS will argue these guidelines are meant to stop the fighting.
To reduce the amount of drama and confrontations at these sites. But my response to that would be that this doesn't have to be a confrontation.
Under federal law, DHS can't stop members of Congress from entering a facility used to detain or house aliens and don't have to give prior notice of a visit. But the new guidelines argue that law doesn't apply to field offices.
And the debate, I think, really is whether or not an ICE field office fits within that provision.
The guidelines note that while members of Congress don't have to give notice before an ICE detention center visit, ICE can turn lawmakers away. ICE has the sole and unreviewable discretion to deny a request or otherwise cancel, reschedule, or terminate a tour or visit, a rule Lincoln-Goldfinch believes is unlawful.
Members of Congress have the job and the authority to oversee detention centers and to conduct drop-ins.
Now, while the guidelines say ICE will make every effort to comply with the law, pushback it is growing. Mississippi Democratic Representative Benny Thompson slamming these new rules, saying ICE is not above oversight or the law. Reporting for the National News Desk, I'm Jeff Harris.